next to me, you've heard the buzz all about Sedona the Movie. I actually have Deb LoveJoy right here next to me. How are you?
Very good. Nice to meet you.
Did you know that we were going to meet?
No, I didn't. I love it. Just like lets everything flow and go with it, and
be open
it's
to
perfect.
receive.
Everything's always in divine order.
Divine order. That would be the operative word. So, tell us a little bit. We've got some interviews regarding Sedona the Movie, but why don't you tell us your perception of it? Because you've been in this city for a long time. I don't think anyone knows the spirituality well versus you.
Well, I don't know if I know it the best, but I know it from my perspective.
I just say the best. It's well worth.
Okay. I see that as best, I guess, is what. Okay, that's good.
We'll go with that.
All right, we'll go with that. I've been here 10 years in May. I met Mark and Tommy shortly after, no, about a year after I was here, and I was starting my business with LoveJoy's Enchanted Cottage. And we were in the same referral group, and Mark comes over to me and talks to me, and then it just was like we were old souls together, you know, so it was wonderful. And then about shortly after I met Tommy, he says, you know, Deb, you'd make a great character in a movie. And I'm like, I don't know whether that's a compliment or an insult, Tommy.
Now, what kind of movie are you talking
exactly,
about?
Yeah. And that's the coolest thing about living in Sedona is you walk your talk or you get caught, you know, like you just caught me, you know, a few minutes ago. You know, and it's good. It's good to be called on your stuff. You know, I believe that's really important because otherwise, if you're just constantly thinking, you know, you're this or you're that, and nobody, you know, says, you know, hey, but what about, why did you do this? And if you say you're that, you know.
I've been caught many times. So, you know, how I look at it is you're accountable for it and you grow from that and you become even better. I've lived here 10 years in August.
Ah.
So I pulled in my decade too, and I can tell you I'm not the same person I was when I moved from Florida. I'm a lot more open, a lot more calm. People I know, love and dear, they don't recognize the person I am because I am thinking of the bigger picture, you know, calm and serenity. You don't need to fight as much as you do embrace. You can stand the same strength embracing as you would resisting.
Sometimes I think resisting takes more strength.
Yes, that's why I'm more fit. Because I've been resisting for so long. I'm now at the plateau where I can embrace it all. You saw the movie Sedona.
Yes, and it depicts Sedona quite well, really. I mean, and I connect with Sedona, the spirit, and Sedona, the woman, Sedona Schnebley, who has a birthday very shortly. And I told Tommy, I said, I know you think I'm crazy, but I said, you really need to stay true to Sedona. Because if you don't, she's got her name on the movie, you know, it's what the movie's about, and she will tell you about it. And so they did have a couple things that came up during filming that maybe they wouldn't have, but he didn't have too much trouble, really, overall. And I told him, when I saw it, he says, so what'd you think, Deb? And I'm like, I said, Sedona would be so proud of you. You made her look magnificent. I mean, I'm looking at the film and I'm like going, that is gorgeous. I want to, oh my gosh, I live here.
I know. That's
I mean,
what I was doing.
I can't imagine anybody seeing this film and not saying, I have to go visit. Not, I want to. I have to go visit because I can feel the magic, the spirituality, the metaphysics, whatever it is, I can feel
it. Connectability.
Yeah, I can feel the vortexes,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I think
let me
all
ask you about the vortexes.
Yeah. I tell all my clients, all of Sedona is a vortex. You can go to certain places, you know, maybe you'll feel more, you know, they're magnificent, but all of Sedona is a vortex. And when you come, you're going to get amplified, you're going to get tweaked, you're going to get whatever you need when you come here. And if you're open to it, it will be the most incredible experience you ever have. If you resist it, it still will be the most incredible experience you ever have. It just might be more difficult than what it needs to be. That's your choice.
Well, what's funny is before I even lived here, you know, I grew up in Boston, I moved from Florida. I never even heard of Sedona, nor have I been here. I moved out here for school systems, and someone told me, oh, be careful. And I'm like, what do you mean be careful? They said, well, Sedona, whatever energy you put out, you'll get tenfold, whether it's good or bad. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And yeah, pretty darn accurate for that 10 times. So that's why I have that old Seinfeld proverbial saying, serenity now, serenity now. because it's true. You magnetize who you're around and what energy you're putting out there.
Right.
So,
but anyway, back to the movie. I think it's very accurate in a lot of ways, and you know, he purposely wanted to be quirky and magical, and you know, and he brought that, you know, out. And we do have a lot. I think every town does. It's just Sedona is more out front about it, and you know, nobody thinks twice about it. You know, a man walking down the street in a dress, you know, with a purse and a bag. You know, God bless him. He's doing whatever he wants to do. Nobody, you know, thinks, "Oh my God, is he crazy?"
Right.
You know, we just all
that's
respect who
for
he
New
is.
York and California.
Exactly. You know, or you know, the waiver. You know,
yeah.
You know, we all were so blessed to have him. His whole purpose was to wave.
Lawrence.
Yes, Lawrence plays him.
Yeah.
And he didn't dress up like Lawrence did, but you know, that's part of the quirkiness. Yeah. You know, and there's little things like that that are in the movie that, you know, it's just taking a little artistic license that, you know.
It was great.
I thought it was awesome.
I actually cried a little bit towards the end.
I'm proud of you. Good for you.
I didn't know I was going to cry. Now, to wrap it, why don't you just tell people what you are currently doing and how people can get a hold of it, because once this gets out, people are going to want to get in touch with you and want to know.
I would think that would be lovely. I do holistic pedicures, reflexology, polarity therapy, which is a body work that's energy. I do a new thing that I just have started to doing, which is called SRT, Spiritual Response Therapy, which clears past programs, old patterns, past lives, anything you want to clear so you can move forward in life that, you know, is maybe
like a
holding
spiritual
you back.
enema.
Yes. I don't know if I want to use that graphic, but if it appeals to you, great. Otherwise, don't go there.
Appeal to me.
Well, you know, people in this town get colonics all the time, and I never even heard about it until I moved here. Colonics, which is like a spiritual enema, but physical, to clean out your intestines so you can get all the buildup that you've had of all that nasty stuff out.
I'll take the spiritual one instead.
Yeah, the spiritual one would be much easier.
And less invasive.
Yeah, but they're, you know, they're really not as bad. For the people that do the spiritual and the colonics, there's a time and a place for them, and they do work very well for people. Me, I'd rather do things a little differently, but you know, they are good. But anyway, back to me.
What about your website? Why don't you tell them?
Oh yes, my website is deblovejoy.com.
Which by the time you'll see it, it'll be right below, right here. And they can also Facebook.
Yes, I'm on Facebook, so, you know, and I'm not a huge Facebooker, but I do respond when anybody puts anything on there.
Well, now this energy will be put out there, you'll be out there more.
Yes, and I'm happy for it. When I first heard the movie was going to be out, my guide said, which is who I listen to, I'm clairaudient and clairvoyant, they said, this will change your life. But we don't want you to think about how that will change, because it won't be what you expect, it'll be so much more. And so I'm just open to allow whatever spirit wants to give me, because I do believe everything is always in divine order. Even when people think there's mistakes or bad things.
Or disarray,
it's not. It's our perception.
Right.
And
Perception's reality.
Exactly. And our thoughts create a reality, so it all just keeps working together. And you know, the more we're open and let go and let God or spirit or whoever you want to call, the better my life is. And I know any clients I work with, the better their life is. But my specialty is the holistic pedicure, which nobody else does but me, and I would one day like more people to do it, because it is, I say it's a pedicure and beyond, because it's a spiritual, working with the feet and enhancing people. And
getting in touch with their soul.
Absolutely. Both the S-O-L and the S-U-L.
Yes.
O-L.
S-O-U-L.
Yeah, I can spell, I just can't talk.
I can talk, I just can't spell. But this is Deb LoveJoy. I want to thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a very blessed day, and I thank you so much. And remember, log on, watch the movie, get in touch with her. Do what's right. Time for an SRT. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.